A walking tour of the Arts District in downtown Los Angeles. I'm Chris, this is Yellow Productions. I do travel guides that are fun, informative, entertaining, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you around this trendy neighborhood of Los Angeles and telling you what's here. So if you want to visit it, you'll know what's here to see, to eat, to do, and where to park as well, because that's important. I'm going to turn this camera around so that you can see what I see. I am starting this walk in front of the American Hotel on Traction Avenue. So if you're looking for a spot to start the walk, pick right here. This is one of the most historic parts of the Arts District in Los Angeles because it's a former home of lots of artists. There's still some that live here, but it was the artists living in this hotel in the 60s and 70s that really gave the Arts District its name. Now, this district has tons of murals around it, and these murals, when you come, they might be different because they only live for kind of a short amount of time before they're replaced with other murals. It is an art district after all. And there's a sign right here for this corner store. It says, "She loves me more, she loves me more. Wine or coffee," the corner store next to Pie Hole. We will check that out in just a moment. Now, this district is on the south part of downtown Los Angeles, kind of butts up against the Los Angeles River. And this part, Traction Avenue, is the trendiest part with the most trendy shops, restaurants, and bars. There is the Arts District Brewery right there. There's two famous breweries in the Arts District. That's one, the Arts District Brewery, that, as you can see, like an art district would, has a big mural painted on the side of it. In addition to breweries, there are a lot of coffee shops, and one in particular is Groundwork Coffee right here with some nice tables that you can sit outside. Next to it is a wine spot. Now, a lot of the art in the Arts District is actually on kind of like doors for the former warehouses that are here. This is a former industrial neighborhood the artists started to move into, and, recently in the past decade or two, it became officially called the Los Angeles Arts District. You can see the big buildings of downtown Los Angeles over there. This Loki is kind of a upscale taco shop, Mexican food place. Think of it as a fancy version of Chipotle. This Creation Organic, another coffee shop. It says you should espresso yourself. Rainbow lattes, coffee with a K, avocado toast bar, everything kind of foofy you will find in here. And if we take a look at this, it's a fancy looking spot with all of their ingredients in the back. Now, this thing right here, if you're looking for one spot to eat in the Arts District that's not going to cost you a fortune, then check out Worst Kush. This is a upscale sausage place, and kind of like German sausages. They got a little refrigerator right there that has all the different types of sausages they have. You can find bratwurst, but you can also find really interesting things. Like I've had like a ostrich sausage and a snake sausage in there. And of course, you can get beer along with it too. Now I'm going to come back to the American Hotel and cross the street carefully. You can stay here if you want to. They've got discounted nightly and weekly rates. But this shop here, this is that corner store, little convenience store right here. And it says on this sign, if you decide to go through his phone, don't check if he's cheating. Go to his bank app and send yourself money. Stop being stupid. What a good idea. All right, now another one of the famous LA Arts District institutions is this place called the Pie Hole. This is a shop where you can get pie by the slice. We can see in the window right here, they've got a pie. And can we see in that case without reflection? Well, it's hard with the reflection on the window, but there's a case of slices of pie in there. Now, next to it is the Neon Workshop, which offers classes for building neon art. Not something you see every day, but you can see they've got some neat neon sign right on the top of this building. And that's the door to go in. Like I say, these places really industrial. And I would recommend, if you're going to come around the Arts District, probably daytime hours. Some of the best to come here. It might be kind of sketchy at night, but being upscale, you can see there's a new branch of Le Labo, this famous expensive soap lotion place. I really love their lotions and soaps, but a bottle of their lotions and soaps is going to cost you $60 for not a very big bottle. Over here, this brick building. This is the Angel City Brewery. This is the other famous brewery in the Arts District. There's a mural here for artist Bloom, famous artist. And then this is the Tokyo Galleria just in the back. That's where I parked. If you're looking for a big parking structure that always has plenty of parking, go park at the at the Little Tokyo Galleria. They've also got public restrooms up on the second floor that are clean and functional, because these parking lots around here will cost you an arm and a leg to park at on the weekends, and there's just there's a lot of street parking, but it's always taken because people park here for a long time. This is the backside of Worst Kush, that sausage place. Yeah, I'm currently shooting this like 2 p.m. on a Friday, so it's outside of lunch hour. That's why it's not too busy. This is a new Japanese hand roll spot, and next to it is a bridal shop. Interesting. All right, let's go ahead and cross the street here. We've got, let's see, a Catholic church. This is a Japanese Catholic church. This is right next to the Little Tokyo District, so you can combine a visit to the Arts District with a visit to Little Tokyo. Now, because of the pandemic, a lot of these places have built out these extra places to sit, so this little street side patio isn't typically here, though I'm hoping in Los Angeles they'll decide that these little street cafes are actually good. Now, if you like ice cream, and I like ice cream, who doesn't like ice cream? Check out Salt and Straw right here. This is a branch of a Portland, Oregon institution for ice cream. Their ice creams are super delicious, and it's a super neat looking thing. I just heard somebody in the back say, this is the place. What do you get? Some of their classic flavors: sea salt, caramel ribbons, double fold vanilla. Check out the honey lavender or the pear and blue cheese. There was also one in there for olive oil. You heard it. There's a bakery over there called Breadlem. Not Bedlam, but Breadlam. And to be a shop here, you have to have a cool name. So this shop is called the House of Woo. That's pretty cool. What's in the House of Woo? I don't know. Maybe this one's a gallery. This doesn't look like the House of Woo. Well, you'll find a lot of places that are just, I don't know, what's in there? You'll have to come and check out that gallery yourself. Okay. So there's a lot of interesting housing being built over here. You can see down this road, there's sort of a big apartment complex this way. We're walking towards another one that fronts the LA River. These are the old big lofts. When the early artists started living here, this place was not zoned for housing, so they were sort of squatting. Maybe not, squatting, but they were illegally living in a lot of these industrial buildings. But now Los Angeles decided, hey, people actually want to live here, so let's go ahead and make these things some real apartments that people can live in. This, Hauser and Wirth, I haven't been in here yet, so let's check this out. On the right is a bookstore. And you can buy some kind of artsy type books in there. And then this is the South Gallery. I'm just going to open this door so you can see inside this gallery. Free admission to come in here in this Hauser and Wirth building. And let's see, they call this a adaptive creative space. Looks like there's a large restaurant bar in here, Manuela. A lot of people having a good time. This is like a neat place to get away from the heat and the hustle and bustle of the rest of the Arts District. Right here, they've got the gallery shop. So it's kind of like their gift shop for the gallery, as any good gallery would have. And then I think the rest of this looks like it's not open yet, because this is new. Like I say, I've yet to come in here on my last visit to the Arts District. But you can see artsy urban space. Things are kind of gritty. The dad changing his baby's diapers, as I might. And then through this door, it says there's a little garden. It's temporarily closed to the public and will reopen soon. But let's go ahead and take a look at what that looks like. A neat little garden here in the back. It's kind of a neat space of solitude in downtown Los Angeles. I really like it. And I mentioned that this district can get kind of shady at night, but so you might want to park kind of near wherever you're going or take an Uber to get here from some other part of LA. You probably don't want to walk through Skid Row, which Skid Row does border up on this particular neighborhood. All right, we're going to go ahead and head down this staircase and turn back to the left and walk the direction we were walking. A lot of these parking lots, because they get busy and they like double and triple park cars, they're like valet parking only. Another reason why I don't like to park in a lot of these lots, because I don't really like to valet park my car if I don't have to. You can see, as I mentioned, these things were warehouses, so long warehouse buildings. Now with more restaurants, this is the Americano restaurant we're just passing by. And this new apartment building on the right is Aliso. It's got some restaurants downstairs because, city governments have figured out that's what people want. They want to live upstairs and they want to eat downstairs. Of course they do. Especially if you're around here, because parking and driving is such a challenge. If you live in Los Angeles, and somebody says like, hey, just meet me for dinner. You're like, oh, where is it? It's 5 miles away. 5 miles at 5 p.m. on a weekday could easily take you an hour to drive. It is pretty crazy around here. Though, if you stay within downtown Los Angeles and you're not getting out to the major freeways or things like that, then it's not so bad. Most people also don't know that downtown Los Angeles has a subway. The subway doesn't really run here to the Arts District yet. They're building a new station over at Little Tokyo, so that'll be the closest station when that does open. Though there are a bunch of these bike share things, so in a pinch, you could get one of these bikes, bring it here, or you could take an Uber Lyft. That'd be my recommendation. You can see here, they have a map showing you where we are. Where are we on this thing? We are right here at 3rd and Santa Fe. This is that Little Tokyo Arts District station when it opens. And then this whole neighborhood is the Arts District along the LA River. And then you can see Skid Row is just kind of to the, northwest of this neighborhood. Now, these, again, long constructions and developments. I am not going to walk you through all of the Arts District because it's really big, but there's a bridge back there. And if you go down Santa Fe Avenue, about 3 or 4 really long blocks this way, then you'll get to the other trendy part of the Arts District. If you're looking to head over there, I would set your Google Maps to Blue Bottle Coffee. There's 2 Blue Bottle Coffees in downtown Los Angeles, one that's around Grand Central Market, but then the second one is here on Santa Fe Avenue. There's a whole collection of trendy restaurants and shops when you head over there. But I did want to show you this impressive apartment complex, because I'm going to widen this out so you can see the whole thing. This building, it's like 3rd, 4th, 5th story, but it's open on the bottom and it just kind of connects on these pillars and then goes over there. So if you live in this building, you live kind of on top of the parking garage, or if you live in this, you kind of just float in the air, which I think is pretty neat. Why is it this long noodle of a building? Well, because it's the railroad tracks and the Los Angeles River just on that side. So if your travels bring you to downtown Los Angeles, definitely check out the LA Arts District. Start at that American Hotel, walk around. Really coming to this neighborhood is about experiencing it, just seeing the art that's on the walls. There aren't really huge attractions here. Wander around, be a little mindful where you go, because the pandemic has brought a little bit of the urban camping population here. But if you're watching where you're going, I think you can have a great time in the LA Arts District. Now, if you are coming to downtown Los Angeles, you might enjoy checking out some of my other videos. You'll find a couple of them here on the screen. Links are also in the description below. You might want to join this up with Little Tokyo. You'll find my Little Tokyo guide right here. As usual, I won't say goodbye because I'll see you in this video.